Hello, and welcome back to the Them Fellows podcast, where we play games while talking about other games. Um, Let me just hit that ready up button,
Yup.
and we'll start talking about today's content. First of all, I have turned down my game sounds. I still kind of need to be able to hear, but I've turned down my game sounds to barely hearable, and I've just turned up my speaker so that I can still hear them fine, but Twitch cannot, so that you can enjoy the optimal listening experience.
It's us talking.
Yeah, about things. Um, So let's get to the topic at hand, which last time we just kind of talked about. We kind of came up with what we wanted to talk about while we were there, while we were doing it. Um, so today we kind of want to have we've planned out things, and we have an idea of what we actually want to talk about today. So um, yeah, we're just gonna be we're gonna be doing it. Be diggity darn doing it. So I'm just kind of stalling while I'm doing things. So let's actually talk about what it is that we're
Yeah,
doing.
let's actually get to the topic that we chose.
The topic at hand, which is, we're gonna be looking at the two major icons of gaming, which would be, of course, well, at least back in the old days, I would say one of them is kind of lost his fantastic status a bit in recent years, but that will be Mario and Sonic, and we're going to be mainly focusing on the transition from 2D to 3D. So we're going to be looking at Super Mario 64 and Sonic Adventure, and we're going to be discussing the games themselves, and also kind of comparing them as well. So, yeah. Do you wanna do you wanna start
What?
talk? Let's talk about
Start
let's
like
talk
start
about.
with what? The
Well, I don't know. Yeah, let's
like
talk
starting
about.
like from the 2D and then transition from 3D,
Well,
like you said.
let's talk about the games themselves first, starting with Super Mario 64. What's your experience? Have you, if any, what's your experience with Super Mario 64? Have you ever played it, or what's the?
I played a little bit, never beat it, never got 120 stars, and um, I don't know when I stopped. It was probably at the endless staircase, and I was like, well,
Okay.
I can't beat this game.
So I never. First of all, I did not have a Nintendo 64, and I didn't really. Oh shoot, mini shields. I didn't really have. I didn't get like the DS port or anything, or the
Well, yeah, that's what I played, the DS, not the
yeah Super Mario
N64.
64 DS. Great title. Um, but I never played it. Was it on Virtual Console? I don't know. Might have been. If it was, I never played it then either. I simply played a a family friend of ours had a Nintendo 64 with Super Mario 64, and I played it a bit. I played like the first level. So that's my 64 experience. But of course, I have looked more into it, and I know a lot about it. Uh, and I think it's a pretty solid game. Um, and then Sonic Adventure obviously is pretty nostalgic for both of us.
Yeah,
I
we
played
both
it.
didn't beat because of Big the Cat.
Yep. I mean, I played it on the Dreamcast, and you played it what on an emulator?
Yeah, emulator.
Or was I? Well, I think it did get a PC port, didn't it? At one point, I'm pretty sure it got a PC port. I'm not sure though. I might be wrong on that. But uh, there's not really anything to. Let's start by analyzing, I guess, different aspects of the game. So let's start with the graphics. And we're thinking the original, not, like Sonic Adventure DX or any of that.
Or like the Mario 64 DS.
DS, we're thinking the original.
That's the only one that I played, the DS.
The original. I think I would say for graphics, I would say Sonic Adventure beats it out. In fact, neither of them have fantastic graphics, obviously, but but I would say
dang.
I would actually go so far as to say the Dreamcast has superior graphics to the Nintendo 64 in general.
So when did the Nintendo 64 come out and the Dreamcast come out? Exactly.
I'm not sure. I believe the Nintendo 64 came out first. So I guess it would make sense that the Dreamcast would have better graphics if it came out later.
Yeah.
But the Dreamcast wasn't much of a success. And it I think it was Sega's last console, wasn't it? And then they were like,
yes,
we're just gonna start. Okay.
Yeah.
And then they were just like, okay, we're gonna start making games for other people's consoles because
they came with software developers.
Yeah. And they didn't have great graphics, but I do think that Sonic Adventure DX beats it out because it's less polygonish. There's more polygons, I would say, so it's like more detailed a bit.
Yeah, it's definitely more detailed than Mario 64, which is just
Speaking of sound effects like that, let's talk about the animation.
The animation for Sonic
particularly
Adventure, the expressions.
Sonic Adventure's very expressive faces. Just everyone, when they're talking, it's just like, wow. Well, that was mainly just Sonic and his mouth move. Tails had pretty normal mouth movement. Pretty much everyone else had normal mouth movements, except Sonic. He was like, wow. And then Mario 64. I mean, apart from that, I mean, there's a part in the Egg Viper fight where Eggman's just like jerking around like, wow. It's kind of crazy, but I think I don't really know. I haven't seen enough of Mario 64 to know, but I think that Mario 64 beats it on the animation. I don't know, really. Because I mean, how can you not love I think Sonic Adventure definitely wins on expressiveness.
Yeah, I like how we're talking about these
character.
two games, and neither of us played the original Mario 64.
We're
Sonic
trying.
Adventure. That we played.
This is more of a Sonic Adventure review than anything.
Mario 64, I guess.
Yeah, this is more of a Sonic Adventure review than anything. But let's we can transition into the voice act. Well, there wasn't really voice acting in Mario 64, so never mind. I'm just gonna touch on the. Except Mario's like, wahoo, it's me, I
like the shrooms.
I'm an Italian stereotype. I'm a racist stereotype. It's fantastic. Okay. But I'm just gonna touch on the Sonic Adventure voice acting, which isn't it's not fantastic by anyone's standards.
It's cheesy.
Although I do have to say that they are. Well, I played so much of Sonic Adventure that they're kind of established as the Sonic voice actors. So like hearing the new ones is kind of like, whoa. I mean, I think did they? It's better than Tails' voice actor in Sonic Heroes, for instance. It's still a little kid, but it's more of a 2-year-old.
He's voiced by a
7-year-old.
little kid.
Yeah. He's just like, I don't know. Let's talk about what next. The plot. Oh my gosh.
The plot.
There's a lot to cover. plot in
Mario's
Sonic
the same,
Adventure.
anyways.
Mario's just like Bowser
Princess Peach is
kidnapped Peach. Oh
kidnapped.
no!
And
And
then she's like, "Oh, I'll bake you a cake," and then he's like,
meanwhile,
"Oh, but I want
Sonic
that cake," and then
and then
he just,
Sonic Adventure has this huge, intricate plot with multiple converging storylines and a backstory and a true ending and all that fun stuff. But and I think we can touch on kind of the individual stories as well. You got Sonic, which is pretty much, well, Sonic is hang on, I'm so distracted by this because I just realized where I've entered into. But I think that, okay, what am I saying? Sonic's story is more just you gotta get the Chaos Emeralds. Eggman is trying to get all the Chaos Emeralds to get Chaos, the god of destruction, to maximum power and to his ultimate form, perfect chaos, so he can destroy Station Square and Eggman can build the ultimate city, Robotnik Land.
but it's revealed in like Tikal's flashback that Chaos is
Yeah.
just like angry.
Well,
And...
I'll touch on that when I get to the. And then Tails' story is the exact same as Sonic's, because Tails is just with Sonic the whole time.
He's just racing against them, and they beat
Yeah, we'll talk.
Dr.
We'll
Eggman.
talk about the gameplay. Oh yeah, Tails does have a divergence from the Sonic story.
Yeah, he's all like, "Oh,
At
I
the
go
end,
to,
they kind of get
I don't need to
split
rely
up.
on Sonic so much."
They get split up, yeah, and then Eggman tries to like nuke Station Square, but then it's like, oh no, the missile was a dud. And then Tails saves Station Square.
Oh yeah, they really gonna?
Yeah, Tails saves Squation Stair? No, Station Square from this big
Squation stairs.
Squation Stair. He saves Squation Stair, and there's and then yeah, then Knuckles is the
mean-
protector of the Master Emerald, and then it gets shattered, so the island falls, and he has to collect all the pieces of the Master Emerald. Then you got Amy, who has this bird who has a Chaos Emerald, so Eggman sent Zero to get the bird, so you just gotta escape Zero. And along the way, she meets Gamma, which ties into that, and blah blah blah. I'll talk about Amy's
And he
influence on
somehow
Gamma.
gets emotions for some reason.
And then and you've got there's and then Zero
There's
continues
Big Cat.
chasing Amy even after they got the Chaos Emerald from Birdie. Zero continues to chase Amy because he's just a stalker. Kind of like Amy herself. But then you've got Gamma, who is my personal favorite story in the game because it's like actually it's good writing. It's a nice plot arc that's contained within the game, and then they never revisit it for spoiler reasons. But we're just talking about the whole plot. Spoilers, by the way,
Yeah.
spoilers ahead and
story.
behind. We've already said a couple spoilers. Tails saves Squation Stair. I'm not even paying attention to the game. Like, I didn't even know the storm was behind me for this. I'm just kind of I don't know what I'm doing, where I'm going.
Okay, we're on Gamma still. Okay.
Oh yes.
So he somehow gets emotion somehow.
So
And he's like, "Oh,
Gamma-
I gotta save my friend and defeat
Yeah.
the evil Doctor."
So
no, he
E10
doesn't defeat him.
Yeah. E102 Gamma is one of Eggman's robots, created for stuff. He's the second one in the E series, and all the other E series robots are sent to go get Froggy, who is a frog who has a Chaos Emerald. and so they have to go get Froggy, and Gamma successfully gets Froggy. He continually proves himself to Eggman, and Eggman decides, you know what, all the other E-Series robots are worthless. Goodbye, and he just sends them away.
They beams him somewhere else.
He beams them up, or down, or wherever they go, and oh yeah, before that he pitted Gamma and E101 Beta in a fight to the death. Except Beta didn't die, and Gamma just became more important, I guess. But then you later find out so then Eggman sends Gamma to go get Amy and get the bird from her, because she's in a cell, but they didn't get the bird. So he sends Gamma to go get the bird, and he accidentally goes in the wrong door and sees that Beta is being disassembled and reassembled into a better machine, and he's like, whoa. It's like a horror moment. Because there's this huge music playing, and you're just seeing his brother get torn apart. Oh my gosh. In human context, that is, terrifying. But, it's a robot, so obviously it's
he's
a
making him
bit
better
different.
and stronger than before.
Harder, better, faster, stronger.
Yup.
And, what the? Welp. So then he comes out and he's like, this is the wrong room. And then he goes in to get Amy, and he meets Amy, and he gains emotions, and he's like, what? Why is she trying to help me? What? There's emotions that exist. And then he does things, and he finds out that he realizes, you know what? Eggman is bad, and the E-Series are good. I have to save them. So in order to go he goes out on a quest to save all the E-Series by blowing them up. And
yeah,
I
he
guess,
actually wants to save the animals.
yeah, he's saving the
But
animals that are powering them by blowing up their robotic bodies, and then he ultimately
that
faces
somehow
off
don't
against,
kill the animals.
He ultimately faces off against the upgraded Beta and frees the animal inside of him, the bird inside of him, but then Beta blows him up, and the birds are freed to go find Birdie, who is their child, I guess. Which is why I guess that's why seeing Birdie triggered his emotions, because the animal, the bird trapped inside him, was related to Birdie. They had like a family photo or something. I don't know how that works, but of birds, they had a bird family photo. And then you've got Big the cat.
I
don't
mean,
talk
there's only
about that.
one word to describe his story. Just Froggy. That's it. That's
Froggy.
his story. Just Froggy.
Big is a stupid cat who lives in the Mystic Ruins with his pet Froggy. One day Froggy eats a Chaos Emerald, and then he runs away. And then Big's like,
he swallow up chaos.
Then Big decides, Big decides that he has to save Froggy, and so he goes on a quest to go fishing for Froggy. And yeah, he does, and Froggy runs away every time. Oh well, no, Gamma snatched Froggy on Emerald Coast. He just like yeeted him out of his hands. It was a fantastic, beautiful moment. But then he eventually Froggy gets he eventually finds Froggy on the egg carrier, gets sucked into chaos. He like barfs out the Chaos Emerald, and then Big has to fish him out of chaos, and then that's the end of Big's story.
Yep.
The end. Froggy. One big story in one word. Froggy. Or Froggy?
Okay, and additionally, throughout all the stories, the characters are taken into like this flashback, like
yes, where you see the overarching plot line. Once there was, there's the Master Emerald and the 7 Chaos Emeralds, and there's the Chow, which live peacefully with Chaos, watching over them. But then there's a bunch of echidnas who try to harness the power of the Chaos Emeralds for themselves. Then you back up. There is a echidna named Tikal who has befriended Chaos because she, whatever. And so she tries to stop them, but they continue to try and harness it by force, trampling the Chow and all that, and then Chaos is like, no. So he just harnesses the power of the 7 Chaos Emeralds, becomes perfect Chaos, and destroys the world. Uh, kind of. But, and then
he destroys Station Square.
he destroys most of the world, but Tikal decides to seal herself in the Master Emerald along with Chaos, but then somehow they break out, which is why the Master Emerald gets shattered, and then Chaos is released, and Tikal is released in the form of a glowy spirit orb that helps you along your journey. And so, yeah, fun times. And then at the end, the Supersonic storyline, which is Chaos eventually gets all the. Well, no, Knuckles defeats Chaos, brings all the Chaos Emeralds back to Angel Island, but then Chaos somehow comes back and gets all the emeralds, becomes perfect Chaos, and destroys Station Square. Sonic has to use the power of friendship to and the Chaos Emeralds to turn into. He has to use the power of the Chaos Emeralds with a side of friendship to turn into Supersonic. And fight perfect Chaos, and by going fast and smacking his brain, and then Chaos. We realize, we by that turns him back into normal Chaos, and then Chaos sees all the Chow living happily, and Tikal speaks to him, and he's like, oh, and then there's this bada bang bada boom. I don't know what happens to Chaos actually. I haven't beat the game yet. I saw you beat the game, but I didn't see the whole whole ending.
Oh yeah, you can see that playthrough.
Shameless plug.
In my way, Sonic Adventure ridiculing mine. Just another plug.
Yeah. Whatever. Things happen. Sonic Adventure. Good game. Good story. Good things. Let's talk about...
Yeah, it's a lot more detailed than Mario 64.
Big Turtle kidnap princess. Plumber go save... Get cake.
It's the same formula.
Except he doesn't always get cake. There's not always
he gets
cake.
A kiss on the nose.
Yeah. And then Luigi gets overshadowed because he's the little brother.
Not in the DS version.
Oh, no, I'm talking about in Super Mario World when you play as
we're
Luigi.
talking about the originals.
When you play as Luigi and you beat the game as Luigi, it still says Mario has defeated Bowser and saved Princess Peach.
Alright, the next subject was gameplay.
Gameplay! Let's talk about gameplay. Super Mario 64 is basic Mario gameplay.
It's basic 3D platformer.
Run, jump, stomp, except now it's in 3D and you can perform all these fancy jumps like a long jump and a somersault and all this fun stuff. And you can you can punch and kick as well, which is an interesting Mario feature.
And the thing that makes it special is the levels, the jumping into paintings and stuff.
There's the hub world.
Set for missions.
Yeah, there's the hub world, which you can go into paintings to a different level with different objectives each time to get a different star. Sonic Adventure has different gameplay for each character. So with Sonic, just go, get to the end of the level, do the thing. Whatever you need to do.
So Sonic Adventure tried to be a mix of things. It tried to be a treasure hunter. It tried to be a race. It tried to be a fishing game.
I'm getting to that, boy. Tails is always a race, usually against Sonic, but sometimes there was one where it was against Eggman. And there's then Knuckles is a treasure hunting game where you find all 3 pieces of the Master Emerald in a sort of open world-ish level. So you can kind of just go and explore the area to find the Master Emerald, which is more of an open world experience that you get in Sonic Adventure that you don't get with any other characters. Amy is get to the end of the level, don't get caught by Zero. Gamma is usually get to the end of the level and defeat the person, the robot. Hang on, I just need to touch on something in Gamma's story. All the robots, not including Gamma because he got upgraded. All the robots that he has to save at the end of each level look exactly
Yeah.
the same. Their normal E-series form, except for Zeta, who's the pink one. She's turned into a huge, like, machine thingy somehow. I don't even... It was just huge. It's interesting.
Was she just beamed into it's
In a dollar.
I don't know where it was.
Pretty much.
She just
became
she
a
just
dollar.
transformed. She just improved herself. How?
Yeah.
Just went
I-
like, oh, I need to improve myself to defeat.
Why we assume it's
Gamma.
a she? I always assumed it was a she.
Oh yeah, it's pink. There's
Pink,
it's a
it
robot.
must be a
doesn't have
she.
gender.
Yeah.
It's an it.
Well, Beta has a gender because Eggman referred to Beta as Gamma's brother. So, Beta has a confirmed gender.
Oh. Yeah.
I'm in okay, I'm in an axe fight. Hang on. I'm getting off topic. All right.
Okay.
So back to the podcast. And then Big's gameplay is we don't talk about that. Super
you can watch it
frustrating
in
fishing.
tormenting ourselves.
You have to fish for Froggy, and it's super frustrating. And then of course there's a bunch of mini games and mini games throughout. You've got like snowboarding. You got Twinkle Circuit, which is trying to be gotta go fast. You do racing and stuff, and then you just go woohoo,
F-Zero, pretty much.
woohoo, woohoo, woohoo. Well, there's a nice jazzy music, not even jazzy, some nice electro music playing. Then you've got there's the Sky Chase levels, which I hate. I hate the Sky Chase.
It's about getting a high score, and that's it. I did all the emblems, and it's just about getting a high score.
Well, I'm talking about getting just to, just doing them, not for the emblems and the scores and all that. It's just,
Oh,
I hate this.
I forgot about Metal Sonic.
Oh yeah, Metal Sonic you can unlock in Sonic Adventure DX, which is the port for the GameCube and Xbox 360 and PS3, or no?
But I could sum it up like this: he's just a skin. Well,
Yeah,
not complete
if you get all the
Sonic,
emblems,
he can
you
excel
can get Sonic.
Yeah. Metal Sonic, yeah. So he accelerates faster. So if you just spam the action button, whatever it is, you can just spin dash, and he would actually go really fast,
Yeah.
creating after images. He could go faster than Sonic.
So gameplay, I feel like the variety of gameplay with Sonic Adventure, does that win over the simplicity of Mario 64 or what? I mean, we gotta touch on like Sonic Adventure is kind of there's a lot of glitches.
Well,
The homing attack doesn't work sometimes, and the camera sucks. The auto camera sucks. And in
I
the
was gonna
DX
comment on
in the
on
DX
the areas,
version, I
but that's
believe
not
you
really
can-
the gameplay.
Yeah. In the DX version, I believe you can set it to auto, no, not auto, free camera, right?
Yeah.
But you can't do that in the
Except
Dreamcast
camera
because
won't-
there's only one analog stick, so you can't control the camera at all. So yeah, I don't know. We'll leave that up for interpretation. Soundtrack. Sonic Adventure has a fantastic soundtrack. Pretty much every Sonic game has a fantastic soundtrack, except Sonic Boom. But most Sonic games have a really good soundtrack, and Sonic Adventure's no exception. Also, it holds a lot of nostalgia for me, but it's just got some fantastic tunes. Some honorable mentions for me include Gamma's theme, Let's talk about the character theme songs while we're on this subject.
Knuckles is pretty much rap music.
Sonic's is a nice Sonic's is a nice, rock song like da na 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 na. No, that's the game theme song. Sonic's is like a nice rock song, goes with the theme of the game. You've got Tails' theme song, which works. You got Tails' theme song, which really is like I wanna fly high and get to the high place and be in a high place. It's like a pretty upbeat song, cool. You've got
Yeah.
Knuckles, which is a hardcore rap song with John Cena rapping. Not really, but
What?
it sounds like it. Uh, and then it transitions into I'm on the island with all the emerald or whatever, but he's like, yo,
And then
I'm Knuckles, I don't chuckle, yo.
and then
And then
there's Amy.
we don't talk about Amy.
She's just
Amy is a stereotypical girly pop song thingy. It sucks.
And
We don't
Gamma.
talk about that. Gamma is a beautifully composed piece, no lyrics. It's just nice piano.
Oh.
And then Biggs is like, I don't even know. It's like it's I don't know.
It's a
It's
surfing
not
song.
great.
Just
Yeah,
little-
yeah. It's what's it
Surf
called? Lazy
music.
Days. I believe that's what it's called. Let's talk about the names of the Sonic Adventure songs because they've got some fantastic names, such as Egg Carrier, a song that keeps us on the move, or Skydeck a Go Go. I don't know where I'm going. You've got the fantastic. But it's just got good songs overall, and of course Mario has some good songs, but I think Sonic Adventure just has the better soundtrack
Well, we're just seeing very
the two
biased
games.
on Sonic.
Yeah, well, we're with Sonic, we're going into detail, and with Mario, we're just like, hey, it's good.
It's good. I played the DS version. Don't remember it that well, but it's good. I know that.
It's got
We haven't played the original.
yeah, neither. Well, I have a little bit, and it's good. It's a good game. But yeah, is that so? Overall, could we definitively say which is a better game?
I mean, I wanted to touch on one subject. The areas.
The
So Sonic
yes, the
Adventure.
level design.
Yeah, the levels.
You can talk because I've done a lot of the talking today. You can.
Okay, so
can go
Sonic
ahead.
Adventure, the levels kind of just seem the same. Like you're in the same area, Station Square, and you have the Mystic Ruins, and those are the two hub worlds.
And the egg
And
carrier.
pretty much, yeah. So like Sonic and Tails' story is pretty much like Sonic, and you go to all the same places like with Windy Valley, Emerald Coast, Red Mountain.
Ice Cap.
What?
Ice Cap.
Ice Cap, yeah.
Does Tails go to Ice Cap?
Big.
I don't remember.
Yeah.
Twinkle
Yeah.
Park.
So it seems like
You got
there's no like.
variety with the character.
Yeah, variety
What
with
levels
the
they go to. They all go to pretty much the same places.
Yeah. But with Mario, they have like all these different places, and also all those places have missions. They have a bunch of missions that you could do, so it has more variety.
Yes, you can explore it
different.
more. But Sonic Adventure levels are more like straightforward, except with Knuckles because Knuckles levels are more open world. Because you gotta explore and look for the emerald. So you kind of get a different take on the levels. For instance, well, let's talk about if we're on the subject of levels, we gotta talk about the casino.
Oh, Casinopolis. That's pretty much just grinding.
Yeah,
rings.
it's very different from most of the levels, especially Sonic's and Tails.
Well,
where
except
you
for
pretty
Knuckles,
much
but-
gotta go fast. Yeah, Knuckles you gotta just explore, but Sonic, most of his levels you got these speed sections. You got some slowed down sections where you gotta do puzzles, and especially in like Lost World, you gotta do the puzzles with like You got to be very careful not to run off the platforms that you stick to on the wall. But the casino, you just kind of play a bunch of pinball, and then you get to grind for rings. They get dropped in the sewers if you don't do well. Which I believe.
Well, there's a bunch of rings in the sewers.
Yeah, you just get more rings from the sewer. um.
Okay.
Yeah. So, but I mean, it's got good music.
Oh
But,
yeah, I was gonna say something about Mario 64. So about the missions, I was gonna say example. Like on the first mission, you gotta verse King Babam, who is just on top of the hill, and the red bombs actually tell you about him, and you defeat him. And you think, oh, I did that level, but no, there's a second mission where you race this Koopa to the top of the same mountain you fought King Babam. And that just brings a bunch of variety to the game.
yeah, you got just
And it's for other
revisit
levels.
the same location with different objectives. So that's a pretty good thing that you
Well,
don't
I
really
guess
see except in. I mean, I guess you kind of do that like with as the different
in
characters.
Sonic
Like
Adventure,
let's talk about
uh,
like Twinkle Park with Sonic. You go there, you got to get to the end of the level. With Amy, you go there and you still got to get to the end of the level, but you go down a different like route, I believe. Maybe not. Maybe I'm
yeah,
wrong on
there's
that.
different routes, but
You got to escape
there's also
Zero.
levels of
With
quotation
big
marks.
yeah, well and then with big you go there and you gotta just stay in the one place fishing, and it's dumb and stupid. Uh yeah. When you see
Oh,
you really
and
you see
about
kind
the
of
Sonic Adventure levels, huh?
with big as well, you
Okay,
see kind of yeah, with big you see different parts of the levels because like, well, not in Twinkle Park, you got the pool which is there, but with Emerald Coast there's like a whole, you see this whole place, which I don't know if you really see that in the other. I mean, it's just a beach, but it's kind of a different part of the. Oh no, 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 no! It's under the lighthouse, and you can kind of look up and see where Sonic's level is with the lighthouse,
okay.
and then you've got the.
So I'll touch
Yeah,
upon the
yeah.
levels in quotation marks. A, B, and C levels are pretty much the same. The
But you just
first
got to
one
get
is
a higher like
collect
number
50
of rings.
at the end of the stage. And then the next level is, beat this level in a certain amount of time. And it's pretty much the same for everybody.
Except with big, where it's like get
Yeah, get
a big fish, get a big enough fish, and then get Froggy.
and then before you catch Frog, yeah.
I mean, with the hot shelter as well. With big, you see, the whole aquarium area.
Okay, wait, I gotta talk about the game a little bit. Okay, there's only 6 people left, and we've just been running around
Yeah.
doing
Oh,
nothing.
apple. Yeah. Well, yeah. We've survived.
Yeah. All right.
We've done well today.
I just find that funny.
Yeah. We've just been talking and doing nothing, but we imagine if we just win. This is our first ever victory, and we just. All right. Well.
People watching this whole podcast on YouTube would find that very sad. But
Yeah. Okay, I can get rid of that. Back to
okay.
the podcast itself.
Yeah.
I don't know. Is there anything else any other aspects of the game we want to talk, the games that we want to talk
Before we
about,
come
or
to
are
our
we,
conclusion, okay.
our conclusion?
No. Can't really-
Why can't you even
Unless we're talking about level designs, like, yeah, that could be assumption.
Yeah, we could do that. I mean, there's not really much that I can say personally for Mario 64 because I've only played Bob on Battlefield. But
There's Baba Battlefield. There's that snow. I can't remember the names, but snow level.
right up there.
The castle one. I can't expand on them because
Yeah.
more nostalgia for Sonic Adventure.
Yeah.
You check
I
that
mean, with Sonic
whole series.
Adventure, you got again, you've got different designs of the levels based on the character. With Big, you got a big open area and then a big body of water in the middle. But you got different varieties because, especially in Ice Cap, you got the frustrating thing where you gotta go up and you gotta push the boulder and throw the boulder into a place, and there's you can go up and get some rings, I guess. I don't know. Um, then you can get with Sonic, you've got the big speed sections that you focus on, like this gotta go fast. That's Sonic's thing. You got a lot of speed
Yeah.
sections. With Knuckles, it's more open, and there's different areas for you to explore, and then you can get to call to be like this way, and then you can't even see where she went, so you gotta still find it yourself. Um, then you've got, well, I don't know. Yeah, there you go. There's level design. So I'll let you focus on. All right. Well, never mind. Uh, so can we definitively say which is better? I don't know if we can really compare because which is better necessarily because they're very different games. But we let's say which one really and I'm not gonna go into another round because we're near the
Well,
end here.
we
But
could point out pros and cons. Like, oh, Sonic Adventure has a lot of variety in like
in gameplay, but
yeah, gameplay.
the terrible camera or some of the
Don't have
mechanics
doesn't
don't
have that many
always
levels.
work. Yeah,
As
but I was gonna say which one, because this is really what we were talking about initially. Which one made a better transition into 3D while like retaining the spirit of the series? Because Mario was just always very simple, all about just platforming, run, jump, get to the end, and it really just
Yeah.
it really kept that. Except, no, I mean with Mario 64 it was less linear and more exploration because you got the different objectives, and it was more open. But it's still run, jump, get to the level, basic Mario stuff, but expanding on that with different mechanics and stuff. Sonic Adventure, I feel like you still have the big speed sections, which were very fun, but there were parts where you kind of had to slow down. Although I guess in classic Sonic, you did have to slow down as well in parts with, Marble Zone is a good example from Sonic 1. Very frustrating. You just gotta slow down and make the jumps wait for the blocks to move right across the lava. It was kind of... I really did not like that zone.
Well, when they transitioned from 2D to 3D, the spin dash was also enhanced. Well, it was glitchy
Yeah.
in Sonic Adventure.
Well, I feel like the transitioning to 3D made the flow and momentum like a little bit trickier and difficult, harder to do. It's harder to keep the sense of like speed and the consistency of the speed when you've got all these directions to go rather than just one way, go right and jump.
Yeah.
Sometimes you've got it's more it's kind of difficult to keep the consistent speed and momentum of the level and just the flow. And of course you got all the different variety, which kind of, I don't know. I think just a lot of 3D Sonic games in general haven't... I mean, you've got lots of good ones with the speed sections, like like Sonic Unleashed, the daytime speed sections, a lot of people liked that, but then the nighttime, the slowed down, just the fighting, a lot of people, weren't a fan of that. And
Yeah, it was just kind of like two things.
Sonic,
your speed and you got your fighting.
and they don't really mix. But then
No.
like Sonic Lost World, I do like, but a thing that a lot of people and I personally don't like is the run button. Because a thing of Sonic is, with Mario, you hold the button to run faster, but with Sonic,
Yeah.
you build up speed by staying running. If you hit something, oh no, you get slowed down, but you build up that speed. And then with Sonic Lost World, you got a run button. You hold the button to run faster, and if you're not holding the button, you run slower, which really doesn't fit. But we're not talking about that. We're talking about Sonic Adventure.
Yeah, we're
So
getting off topic.
we're not even getting to. I'm kind of finding it hard to come to a conclusion. We're just kind of dancing around it and saying this part's good, this part's not. We're not really coming to a definitive conclusion.
Well,
I personally like both.
We didn't make a script or anything. We're kind of
Yeah,
just winging it.
I mean, I personally like both games, but and as a game itself, they're both real. I wouldn't be able to say which is a better game, but they were talking about the 3D transition while keeping the spirit of the series. I think Mario did a better job.
Yeah, Mario did a better job because what Sonic did was, it was just probably Hedgehog going fast, and then they just transitioned to 3D, which is them they just add more things.
They made
Big,
it a
they
lot.
add Gamma, they add Amy, they add Knuckles.
All these different varieties. Well, Knuckles was in Sonic 3, so he's not new.
Well,
but
yeah, but he didn't hunt for the emerald.
yeah, he just went fast. Tails,
yeah,
even when there was other characters in classic Sonic games like Tails and Knuckles, the goal was still the same: go fast, get to the end. So,
oh wait, I guess Tails would be the same because you could race like
yeah,
2 player.
yeah. You
could race it. Yeah, that.
everyone, but Knuckles is even in Sonic Adventure. Knuckles is about as fast as Sonic, and they didn't even utilize that at all. They just made it. You gotta explore.
Yep. Oh, the power-ups. We didn't talk about the power-ups.
The power-ups. The different
Wow.
things that they can do. Sonic can perform a spin dash, but then he gets the bracelet and the shoes, and that allows him to do a light speed dash, which charges it up and dashes towards rings, which allows you to clear a lot of places.
Tails has the amulet,
which allows him to do a tail attack, like a spinning tail attack or whatever.
infinitely.
Infinitely. Yeah. He can just go boom, 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 boom.
And then he also has like these shoes that make him fly faster.
Yeah, and he can fly, which is just a mechanic of his. And then Knuckles has the mechanic of punching. And then he can also get a thing which lets him dig.
Yeah. That's his 2 traits.
The spiky digging. Punching and digging.
Flying.
And he can fly. Yes, he can fly. And then you've got Amy, who can use a hammer, and then she can do different things with her hammer. She can do a spinning hammer attack, which I think is a power-up.
Never mind.
She can do a spinning hammer attack. She can run and do a hammer jump. All these different things that she can do with it. But she's still all about her hammer. Gamma can shoot things by holding the action button, spinning around, letting go, and then he just shoots everything.
Yeah, Gamma's just about getting more time.
Yeah, and then he can also fly, hover once he gets he can hover for short periods of time. Once he gets the hover booster or whatever it is, the jet booster, I believe.
And then he has a bunch of lures
that enhance his ability to catch fish or something. I don't know.
Bigger fish. You can catch bigger fish. That's it.
And then then he gets the life ring as well, which allows him to
float. Just float him.
Float. I guess his main mechanic is that he can cast a fishing rod and fish for things. That's his mechanic.
And then
he can smack people with it as well.
He doesn't have any power-ups.
Is Sonic.
He's Sonic. That's it.
And of course, he's in DX, but we're just talking about the originals here. Um.
So
yeah,
Mario made the better transition.
better transition. Yeah, Sonic tried to do a bunch of different things, but Mario kept the consistent, platforming and still did it well. So Mario,
Yup.
they're both great games, but I think Mario made the better 3D transition. So there we go. That's gonna
Mario
cut
wins.
cut it short for this podcast today. I hope you all enjoyed. Make sure to check in tomorrow, or maybe I put in the thing new episodes whenever we feel like it, because we can't keep to a
I saw
consistent
that.
schedule. So whenever the next one comes out, tune in. Until next
You
time.
damn right, Knuckles.